Hey, this is Kevin. Streaming some Legacy Goblins for recording. We can't keep this hand. We don't have any red. I'm gonna go up the mulligan here. This is a very keepable hand. Wasteland, turn one Goblin, Lackey. A lot better on the play, but we will see what our opponent does. And I think we can put that on the bottom. We have plenty of land. It's possible we wanted that land just because one of our lands is Wasteland. So it looks like we're playing like the red, white, death, and taxes. So Gem Palm Incinerator would be good against Mother Runes. I think I kind of want a Wasteland just to try to put him behind a little bit. We're still going to be able to cast our Goblin Lackey next turn. But just get rid of one of their red sources. There's Aether Vial. That's going to be a problem. And they're not going to tap Mother Runes. So we're not going to be able to like Tar Fired or something. So we will go ahead and play Goblin Lackey. And hopefully they don't get too far ahead of us. Raucous could be annoying. We do have some legendary goblins. Thalia, our Goblin Lackey, is definitely not going to get through. Mountain was really good there because it means that we're going to be able to play a Goblin Chieftain. So we're just going to keep on running out these goblins. At some point, we might be able to use this Gem Palm Incinerator in response to Mother of Runes activation. But the way our hand is set up, if they don't really have a way to interact with our board, then we might just be able to go kind of like over the top with Chieftain, Ringleader. So I'm fine here. Just taking that hit. We'll go ahead and fetch. Play a Chieftain. And then next turn, we can play Ringleader. I don't see any point to attack here when they have a Vial open. I mean, they can get ahead on tempo with Aether Vial, but we're going to get ahead on cards, hopefully, with Ringleader. Stoneforge Mystic is kind of annoying. I think what we want to do is draw. Well, so they're going to Swords to Plowshares there. We do have a Tuk Scrapper, so depending on what they find, we might be able to make use of that. So I think we're just going to run out this Goblin Ringleader. And hopefully find a Matron. And I am going to search up our Taiga here. It's a little bit risky because they probably run Wasteland. But if we are able to find that Tuk Scrapper, that's going to be one of our potential outs. Especially if we find it off the Ringleader. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and put those lands on the bottom. And again, we don't really have any profitable attacks here. They're probably going to find like a Batterskull or a Sword of War and Peace or something. maybe a Jite. I mean, it seems like all of those cards would be pretty good against us. So there's a Flicker Wisp. They're going to get the Stoneforge. And I think this Jite is going to do a little bit of damage. Like I said, with this Matron, we are going to be able to find a Tuk Scrapper. Probably equip, yeah, the Jite to the Flicker Wisp. They'll be able to start attacking in, getting some counters, starting to clear our board a little bit. Or they might just save those counters to kind of win the race. I kind of doubt it. I feel like clearing our board is fine. So there's a Tarfire. We do have Incinerator and Tarfire now. And it kind of makes me want to Matron for another Tarfire. And nab a couple of these guys. So we could Tarfire the Mother of Runes. I think I still want that Tuk Scrapper. And what they could do is they could like Flicker Wisp the Jite out of play with the Aether Vial, but I think it's like our only play. And I keep saying Tuk Scrapper, 10th Street Hooligan is what I really mean. Go ahead and put a Vial down. Although at this point, I'm not sure how much value we're really getting out of Vial. We could like hold up Tarfire in case they decide to play Mother of Runes. Or tap Mother of Runes, but I think we'll go ahead and get the Vial in play now. So I'm not sure why it wasn't letting us cast that. Oh, Thalia. Yep, so that's kind of annoying. But ultimately, I think it's okay. They can still only swing through the air. We have plenty of jump blockers. They can't do a Stoneforge activation this end step. Wasteland on the Taiga. So yeah, that's what I was afraid of. So unfortunately with Matron, they saw that we have the 10th Street Hooligan. Because you have to reveal the card. We're going to go down to 10. They have 4 counters on that Jite now. Yeah, we only have 1 Taiga. So that's a bummer. And we can't both cast the Tarfire and Gen Palm Incinerator. So unless we can find a Cavern of Souls, I think that GT is just going to do us in. So I guess my hope here is to cycle Gem Palm Incinerator, find a land. We're going to play Mother of Runes. Or they're going to use Mother of Runes. Protect the Flicker Wisp, I'm guessing. I guess not. I mean, they figure they can probably just attach it to whatever. Did not draw the land we needed. There's no point attacking in. If that's a batter skull, I think I'm just going to have to concede there. There's a Sword of Fire and Ice. Yeah, so we're just like way too far behind here. I just don't see drawing out of there. Yeah, so we'll go ahead begin sideboarding. Pyrokinesis is great. Frozen Grip is good. Honestly, Chalice of the Void, probably not great. Incinerator's good. Sharpshooter could be good. They do have some one toughness creatures. Sting Scourger, not a big fan. 10th Street Hooligan's good. Tirefire's good. Aether Vial's good. So we're gonna have to cut some probably Siege Gang Commander. We saw Caracas, probably Siege Gang Commander and Kiki. Just kind of cut our top end a little bit. I'm gonna keep Krenko. Krenko's one of my favorite cards, so don't really like to cut him very often, just because there's a lot of games where he'll just run away with it. We have the 10th Street Hooligan. I think we'll hold on to that. Or I don't think we're gonna fetch for a green source right away. Probably just go basic mountain into Aether Vial. And then we can always fetch up that Taiga later. So the opponent kind of commented that he says, I think you need to play a Crossing Grip here. Crossing Grip's definitely a sideboard option for this deck. I'm not running it right now. I'll definitely want to Tarfire the Smother of Runes. Definitely yield to that trigger. Cavern of Souls is perfect. It could get wastelanded, but it's our only land drop for the turn, so gonna have to play it out. Can't play that Pile Driver because we already spent our mana on the Tarfire. I think if they spend this turn, Wasteland or Cavern of Souls, and we do have the Vial that we can start putting creatures in. Lucia Plateau, there's an Umezawa's Jitte. That's going to line up really well with our 10th Street Hooligan. Definitely want to put a counter on. Goblin Sharpshooter is very good. So we're going to go ahead and cast 10th Street Hooligan. Destroy that Jitte. Then we'll build a vial and a pile driver this next turn. And then a sharpshooter. Recruiter's kind of annoying. So I'll probably find a Stoneforge Mystic. Flicker Wisp is also pretty good. That'll get our vial down to 0. War Chief's also pretty good. But I think I like the sharpshooter. They might Swords to Plowshares it, but if it survives, then it's going to be very good. And we already know they're going to cast a Flicker Wisp at some point. So it's not showing me the revealed list, but still trade with Tin Street Hooligan. We'll get in for 3. Gonna play another Recruiter of the Guard. And found Pia and Kieran Nalar. So hopefully they don't have a Swords to Plowshares here. I might actually want to put the War Chief in first. So I can always violin my Sharpshooter hasty or just cast it. But I'm really kind of prioritizing the Sharpshooter here. And I think I'm going to bump it up to 4 to go Goblin Ringleader and then just cast the Sharpshooter. Because I do have these 2 Ringleaders. And right now might be a good time for them to pass. Okay, so Cross and Grip. So I did have Cross and Grip. I just totally blanked when I was sideboarding there. So here's Sharpshooter. We're going to clear away this Recruiter of the Guard. We're going to get the Violin Ringleader. Unless they decide to Swords to Plowshares the War Chief right now, which they might be. Okay, so Path to Exile is actually very good for us. So Sharpshooter, it's not going to be hasty, but we did get a land out of that deal. And Tarfire and Gem Palm Incinerator seem pretty good right now. Get rid of an Aether Vial, which we don't really need. And we'll be able to hit in here with the Ringleader and the Pile Driver. They're probably going to want to find an answer for this Sharpshooter. We do need to find a green source for this Croson Grip. And I think we're in great shape as long as they don't vial out this Aether Vial. They'll swing in with Recruiter of the Guard. Yeah, here comes that Flicker Wisp. Probably on the Aether Vial. No, actually, they're going to use it on their Recruiter of the Guard. And the Mother Runes. So we're going to Tar Fire the Mother Runes. Probably Incinerate something. Have another Hasty Ringleader. So the Goblin Pile Driver is going to get pretty big. So we're just going to keep chipping in here. They're down to 1 card in hand. Now they have the Stoneforge Mystic. So we're going to go ahead and put in the Ringleader. They're all tapped out. So we can put those down in any order. And they're at 10 life. And so we're going to do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If they don't block with the Mother Runes, if we get rid of these two. So I think I'm okay. No, yeah, I mean, same thing with the Recruiter Guard, though. So I'm going to Tarfire the Mother Runes. Incinerate. The Flicker Wisp. There's our Bloodstained Mire. I'm going to go ahead and fetch that Taiga. Put in a Goblin Lackey. Swing in. Get our Goblin Pile Driver trigger. Now we know they only have a Stoneforge Mystic, which is too slow. And 1 other card. And then whatever they draw this turn. So Rashdon Port. So Pian Kiran Nalar. It's totally fine because we're gonna be able to play a War Chief and another Pile Driver. And I think that this should help to close the game out because we know that even if we make some trades here, if they live a turn, they just have the Stoneforge Mystic. That's not really going to do anything. Yeah, so they'll go down to 1. They could Karakas back the P and Kiran Nalar, but again, it's too expensive. To really matter, in my opinion. Yeah, so they're gonna go ahead and go to sideboard. Sharpshooter actually seemed really solid here. I could do that instead of Krenko. Krenko could be kind of flunky with Karakas. Although it is one of the best cards in the deck if it goes like if they can't interact with it. So we did have a Corrosive Grip in hand last game. They did not see it. So So we can go turn 1 Vial. Turn 2 Lackey something. Or we can go turn 1 Goblin Lackey, potentially Gen Palm Incinerate, a blocker. I think we go with Vial here. I don't know, this hand's not great. I think I'm actually going to mulligan. This hand's pretty bad too, but I'm going to keep it. Vial's actually pretty solid. So Stoneforge Mystic on turn 2's kind of annoying. Because GT is gonna do a lot of work if we can't find an answer. But we can always matron for a 10th Street Hooligan, or just Tarfire, Stoneforge Mystic. Unfortunately, GT what costs stupid Moto. Can't see their revealed zone. I think I'm just going to Tarfire here. Next turn we'll be able to matron for that 10th Street Hooligan. Unfortunately, I do have the port, so they could tap down our 10th Street, the mana we need. I'm going to activate Vial just to make them react if they're going to. So there's another Aether Vial. We could just play the other Aether Vial out. I have a feeling if we matron, they're going to start using Rashdon Port. I think we just put out another Vial and just try to get ahead with Goblin Ringleader. Aether Vial is going to get up to 4 here pretty soon. I expect they'd probably put something into play here. Another Stoneforge. And we might even be able to take a line where if we did actually a 10th Street Hooligan, we can't copy it with. In fact, we even sided out Kiki Chiki, so there's no real shenanigans there. They're gonna leave Stoneforge up. Definitely want to use both of these abilities. There's no real point in flashing in Goblin Matron now. Just because there's no good target for that 10th Street Hooligan. We'll definitely want to do it at their end step. So something else we could consider is looking for a Tarfire to whatever they try to equip that GT to. Which I think I'm going to do. And then I'll matron for that hooligan next turn. So there's Tarfire. Go ahead and blow up the Stoneforge Mystic. And hopefully just make them waste their mana. Recruiter of the Guard. Something they can put in for 2 maybe. They're going to reveal Containment Priest. So that does shut down Aether Vial. So I'm going to leave that on 3. I'm going to bump that up to 2. Play a mountain. I'm going to go find a mountain here. Play Goblin Ringleader. So we'll see what they vial in here. Containment Priest, if it would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it instead. So I should have vialed my matron in response there. Did find a sharpshooter. This does shut off their Aether Vials too, though. So unless they can like Flicker Wisp it out. Then we're not in like terrible shape. I imagine they're going to try to hit with GT. So this Flicker Wisp, probably take out... Oh, okay. So they're going to let me see... I'm fine just taking 2 here. But with Containment Priests, I'm not going to get that card back, which is annoying. So I want to leave it on 2 and 3. If I spent a little more time thinking here, maybe I'd change that decision, but I'm going to matron for something to get rid of that containment priest. They only have 1 mana up, so I'm going to find that Taiga. Play out War Chief. Nope, actually, play out Matron. Unfortunately, there's no way to get rid of the containment priest and still get War Chief and Sharpshooter in play, which is kind of annoying. If I would have put this Aether Vial up to 3, I would have been able to Sharpshooter and War Chief. So I also don't want to do Gem Palmistary because they could Swords to Plowshare or something. So I'm just going to have to go with another Tarfire. Get rid of that Containment Priest. And then I think just pass. And then just hopefully have an opening here. I imagine they're going to equip a GT onto something. So it's really, really unfortunate that I didn't put that vial up to 3. I really should have. Like I said, if I had really thought about it, I thought I had enough mana to do all 3. So just kind of a bad play on my part. So they got Kia and Pier and Nalar. If they play that this turn, well, they have Aether Vial, so they don't need to. So here comes the equipped GT probably. So they will be able to hit this War Chief. Man, I really wish I would have bumped that vial up to 3. I don't know why I didn't. I have plenty of mana to cast like small stuff. So it's just a big misplay. Which is unfortunate because, I mean, Sharpshooter could just do so much work here. So I think we just need to find a way to clear this GT first. So we're going to put the Aether Vial up to 3, like we should have last turn. Lackey is not what we needed. We're going to go to end step here. So it'd be nice if they just go for lethal. Because we can block here. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if they use another counter, there's no reason for them to. Okay, so actually, I still don't think it saves us necessarily. Well, it might. So they're gonna kill it right now. I mean, they have to, because otherwise I'm just gonna clear these Thopter tokens as well. Yeah, so they're gonna go ahead and kill the sharpshooter. Well, we might get another undraw step or draw step here. They're gonna get some more counters. They'll probably kill the Goblin War Chief. So we're gonna have to put like Aether Vial up to 4. Hope for like crazy sequence of events, like 3 pile drivers and a War Chief or something. I think we're just toast. Nope. So good games. Bummer, man. I feel like if we just would have made that one mistake, this would be a completely different game. Oh well.